The brain is a small but powerful part of our body. It weighs only 3 pounds but controls every thought, feeling, and memory we have. One amazing ability of the brain is called neuroplasticity, which means it can change and learn throughout our lives. Researchers from the University of Edinburgh found that factors like smoking, high blood pressure, and diabetes can hurt our brains over time. These problems can lead to brain damage and increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia. But are these the only habits that can harm our brain health? In this video, we will discuss 11 daily habits that might hurt our brains without us even knowing. 1. Lack of sleep. Not getting enough sleep doesn't just make you tired, it can also damage your brain. When we sleep deeply, a system in our brain called the glymphatic system cleans out harmful proteins like beta amyloid. If we don't sleep enough, this cleaning system doesn't work well, allowing toxins to build up and possibly harm brain cells. Not sleeping enough can also lead to long-term mood problems. The amygdala, which helps us handle emotions, becomes overly sensitive when we are sleep deprived, while the prefrontal cortex, which helps us manage our emotions, becomes less active. This imbalance can increase the risk of anxiety and depression. Sleep is also key for learning and memory. During sleep, especially in the rapid eye movement (REM) phase, the brain processes and saves our daily information. Getting at least 7 hours of sleep each night is important for good brain and body function. 2. Excessive stress. When we are stressed, our body produces a hormone called cortisol that prepares us to face danger. However, too much cortisol can harm the hippocampus, which is important for learning and memory. High cortisol levels may stop new brain cells from forming, causing memory problems. Over time, this can shrink the hippocampus, further harming our brain's ability to think and remember. Chronic stress also affects the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that helps with decision-making and emotional control. Too much cortisol can disrupt how neurons communicate, making it harder to think clearly and control emotions. Stress activates the amygdala, which handles emotions differently under short and long-term stress. Short-term stress may improve emotional responses, while long-term stress can lead to anxiety and PTSD-like symptoms by changing brain structure. Practices like meditation or deep breathing can help manage stress and lower cortisol levels. Talking about worries with friends, family, or professionals can also provide support and new perspectives on stressful situations. 3. Poor diet. Eating too much sugar and unhealthy fats can cause insulin resistance, where the body does not respond well to insulin. Insulin is important not just for blood sugar control but also for sending signals in the brain. When insulin resistance happens, these signals get disrupted, hurting brain functions and increasing the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. Also, diets low in fiber and nutrients can affect the gut microbiome, leading to fewer good bacteria. This imbalance can allow harmful substances into the bloodstream and potentially reach the brain, causing inflammation and affecting mood and brain functions. A study of about 6,200 older women found that high saturated fat intake was linked to worse memory and cognitive decline. In contrast, higher intake of healthy fats was associated with better cognitive health. Following a healthy diet, like the Mediterranean diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats, supports brain health. 4. Dehydration. Even slight dehydration can harm the brain, which is about 75% water. Water is needed to transport nutrients and support chemical reactions in the brain. When we are dehydrated, our brain has trouble getting the energy it needs, leading to fatigue and poor memory and focus. Dehydration also causes brain shrinkage because brain cells lose water, temporarily reducing brain size. This shrinkage can cause headaches and further reduce cognitive abilities. A study with 12 men looked at the effects of dehydration and rehydration over 36 hours. After not drinking for 36 hours, participants showed major declines in memory and attention. But after rehydrating with 1.5 liters of water, they improved significantly in mood, memory, and attention, showing how important hydration is for brain health. To stay hydrated, aim for at least 8 glasses, about 2 liters, of water daily. Eating water-rich fruits and vegetables, like watermelon and cucumbers, can also help. 5. Smoking. Smoking releases nicotine, which temporarily boosts mood and concentration by increasing neurotransmitters like dopamine. However, over time, the brain reduces dopamine receptors, making it harder to feel pleasure. This leads to more smoking to regain the same high, affecting mood and thinking skills. Carbon monoxide from smoking binds to hemoglobin more easily than oxygen. Without enough oxygen, brain cells cannot work efficiently, increasing the risk of cognitive decline and stroke. Research shows that smoking is linked to decreased gray matter volume in the brain, which is associated with dementia. Quitting smoking is the best way to reduce these risks. Stopping can prevent further brain damage, and nicotine replacement therapies like patches and gum can help manage withdrawal. 6. Excessive alcohol consumption. Alcohol affects the brain both in the short and long term. Initially, it disrupts neurotransmitter balance, slowing brain activity. Alcohol enhances GABA, which decreases brain function and leads to relaxation, while inhibiting glutamate, a neurotransmitter that stimulates brain activity. Over time, the brain becomes dependent on alcohol to maintain neurotransmitter balance, leading to tolerance and dependence. When alcohol use stops, the brain's neurotransmitter activity can rebound, causing withdrawal symptoms that can range from anxiety to seizures. Nearly half of alcoholics who seem fine cognitively have structural brain damage, affecting their reasoning and speed. For those who drink, it's best to stick to moderate guidelines: 1 drink daily for women and 2 for men. Abstaining may be better for those with addiction histories. 7. Lack of physical exercise. Many people don't realize that not exercising can prevent weight loss and harm the brain. Regular exercise raises heart rates, improving blood flow, which delivers nutrients and oxygen needed for brain health. Exercise also increases neurotrophic factors like brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which is crucial for neuron growth and helps with memory and learning. A study involving preschool children found that better fitness levels were linked to improved attention and cognitive functions. To enhance brain health, aim for 150 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous activity each week, as suggested by the World Health Organization. Strength training at least 2 days a week can also boost brain health by improving muscle strength. 8. Ignoring mental health. Depression is more than just sadness, it can change the brain's structure and function. It's related to imbalances in important neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and thinking. Long-term depression can reduce neurogenesis in the hippocampus, harming memory and learning. Depression also alters brain connectivity, affecting the prefrontal cortex, which is important for decision-making, and the amygdala, which handles emotions. This change can make it harder to control emotions and can increase feelings of sadness. It's crucial to recognize and address mental health issues. Seeking help through therapy and support from friends and family can help manage depression and anxiety. Practicing mindfulness, engaging in hobbies, and maintaining social connections can also improve mental health. 9. Excessive screen time. Too much screen time, especially for kids, can harm cognitive development and emotional well-being. Long periods spent on screens can lead to attention problems and reduce creativity. Fast-paced online content can also shorten attention spans, making it hard to focus on challenging tasks. Excessive screen time often means less physical activity, which can affect brain health. It can also disrupt sleep, especially if screens are used before bedtime due to blue light, which interferes with melatonin production, a hormone that regulates sleep. To reduce these risks, it's important to limit screen time, especially for children. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends no more than 1 hour of high-quality programming daily for kids aged 2 to 5. Encouraging activities like reading, outdoor play, or creative projects can help promote healthier habits. 10. Isolation and loneliness. Social connections greatly affect brain health. Studies show that people with strong social ties do better cognitively and have a lower risk of dementia. In contrast, loneliness can lead to cognitive decline and emotional problems. Being lonely increases cortisol levels, similar to stress, which can lead to brain changes. Social interactions engage brain areas linked to cognition and emotion, enhancing cognitive abilities and emotional well-being. To reduce isolation, it's essential to build social connections. This can be done by joining community activities, volunteering, or enjoying group hobbies. Regularly communicating with family and friends, whether in person or online, helps maintain a sense of belonging. 11. Skipping breakfast. Breakfast is called the most important meal of the day for a reason. It provides our brains with essential nutrients and energy after fasting overnight, ensuring we can think clearly all day. Skipping breakfast can lead to low energy, poor concentration, and memory problems due to a lack of glucose in the brain. People who skip breakfast often have worse eating habits overall, which can lead to nutrient deficiencies that harm cognitive functions. To support brain health, it's best to have a balanced breakfast with whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and fruits or vegetables. This provides the nutrients needed for energy and mood throughout the day. Lastly, here are 5 foods that help protect your brain from daily damage. Fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are vital for brain health and support cognitive functions. Blueberries, these antioxidant-rich berries help fight oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, improving memory and cognitive abilities. Turmeric, the active compound curcumin in turmeric has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that may enhance memory and promote new brain cell growth. Broccoli, high in antioxidants and vitamin K, broccoli is linked to better brain function and cognitive skills. Pumpkin seeds, packed with antioxidants, magnesium, zinc, and iron, these seeds are crucial for brain health and cognitive functions.